Life is a long game, but things can change very quickly. A couple videos back, I had a woman say in the comments that she understands the need for a sacrifice now, and how that as a young man, you may not be looking towards a relationship or commitment and children, family, and all that right now. But she says she has a lot of as an older woman herself, I'm gonna still call her a young lady, that she had a lot of 35 to 40 to 45-year-old friends that now really wanted these things. And two things with that. Firstly, is that men and women really rarely want the same things out of life. And I think a problem that a lot of women have is that they believe that men want the same things as them. But that's a topic for another video. But what I want to say is, if these men that she's talking about, they're 35 to 45 years old, peak male existence, really. If they've been doing things right, ideally they got their ducks in a row. They're making some decent money. They got a decent network. They should be in shape, in phenomenal shape. They have plenty of life experience. Please tell me, what would stop these men from going and getting in a relationship at any time? See, here's the thing with sacrificing shit early, is that even though you're sacrificing all the time, let's say women in general and children and family and all that, that from 18 to 30 or 18 to 35, you decide, I'm not going to worry about that shit whatsoever. And there's another guy who decided at fucking 19, 20 that he found someone that he wanted to marry. Now, who do you think has better options at that point? This 20-year-old guy who's really just getting started in life, doesn't even know what the fuck he's got going on, doesn't have any experience, don't got no money, and he finds a wife. Now, that's a beautiful story. That is a very beautiful, like, I don't want to get on here and y'all be thinking like, hey, I'm all for the fucking fairy tale princess Disney movie shit. That happens rarely ever. But if that happens to you, amazing. But let me tell y'all what's more than likely to happen. One, that relationship is not even going to fucking last. I think something like fucking 90% of relationships before 30 end. 90%. 9 out of 10. Those are not good odds. I don't understand why y'all are playing with those odds. But let's say there's this guy, this successful man, who has been ignoring women for the most part. Maybe he doesn't even have that much experience. Let's give an extreme example. Let's say he ignored women completely. He has no game. He gets nervous around women. He goes up and talks to them and struggles. Versus the other guy, we'll say he was a womanizer. He was getting all the women until he found the one that he wanted at fucking 2021. The thing is, this guy now has all the time, all the power. He can improve very fucking quickly. Like, he has the money. So therefore, maybe if he really wanted to, he could get a dating course. He could hire an actual dating coach. He could start spending time on his appearance. Let's say since he was ignoring women for so much, he don't got no clothes. Like, he wears the same sort of shit all the time. Now, let's say let's say he's been doing real well. He has multiple six figures in the bank. He's been saving. Let's say he's got $500K in the bank, and he's 35 years old. But he's been working. He's been grinding. You know, he's been putting up his money. He's working on a little side business. $500K in the bank, which really isn't a crazy amount at that age if you're doing things right. What's 5, 10,000? I feel like that's still a lot. But let's say he takes 5, 10,000. He can change his whole wardrobe in a day. Go on ordering all the shit that he needs, or if he wants to take some counsel from somebody, he can figure that shit out. But he can knock all that shit out in a day. Completely change his whole wardrobe. Let's say he's been driving a beat up Toyota Corolla, but it's been reliable. It's been getting it from point A to point B. He didn't want to drop money on a car payment. So, he decided, I'm just going to stick with the Corolla. $500K in the bank. You know what? Let's get the 2023 Toyota Corolla. All right, $40K gone. $30K, however much a Corolla is nowadays. But now he's got a new car. So now he already looks like a brand new individual. He's got a new wardrobe and a new car. He's been taking dating advice and coaching from experts or people that he looks up to. And now, since he has all this freedom, because he has money, he has the time now, he can actually go on nice dates. He's not taking bitches to Chili's, Applebee's. This nigga got bread. They go on like exotic dates. Fucking that weird shit that you be seeing in movies that you don't even know how the fuck you get invited to shit like that. But he's been living life. And here's the thing, and as he's improving and going on this journey as well, is that eventually he would have got to a point where it's going to be hard to ignore him because women are going to come to him because he's that guy now. It's going to be a lot easier to do. And if you ever decide that you want to have kids, you want to have a family, like, you can change directions at any point. Here's the thing. If you decide you want to worry about kids and family early on, that you can't switch directions. You can't have a kid at 20 years old and then decide, oh, you know what? Maybe I'm gonna come back to the kid. I'm gonna come back to the kid. Right now, I kind of want to focus on my business. You know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of had to change a direction in life. I got this real solid business idea, this real solid business plan now. I want to move across country. Bro, your kid goes to school. All your kids' friends are here. Now you don't only have to move yourself, you got to move your kid, your wife, and y'all got to go over. You're leaving the whole family. You got to find a new school for him. You're paying for all his shit. Like, a kid is a whole nother fucking person to pay for. A whole human being. And you can't replace that. Now, I'll say on the other hand, you focus on success. You focus on building up your muscle. You focus on building up your network. Now, at 35, bro, you can go back and decide, hey, I want kids now. And not only can you have kids, you're going to have kids in a much better position. A way better position than any 20-year-old can think of, Like, when your kid turns 16, you can buy him a car. Because you got it like that. He doesn't have to worry about... My bad. Ran out of storage. But as I was saying, is that, like, you can buy your kid a car. You're in a position to really take care of all the things that kid needs. And you can really now focus on that kid if that's what you want to do. But you can't do that the other way around. You can't do the kids and the family and all that and then decide, you know what, I want to take a break from the kids and the family. You think your wife going to be cool with that? You just go up to your wife and be like, hey, you know what? I just kind of had to change your heart. Not really feeling you like that. Well, I'm feeling you, but I just want to work on the business real quick. I want to get us some more bread. So I'm going to go off and do my own thing for a minute. I need you to chill here. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, don't cheat on me. Take care of the kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not how it works. So this is why I say prioritize being selfish while you're younger, because at any moment you can flip the switch. And it's not hard transition. If you've put yourself in a good position in life, you can change things very fucking quickly. Like the new car, the new wardrobe. Shoot, he can get a image consultant. Change his mannerisms, change how he speaks, starts spending more time in literary pursuits because he fucking can. He has money. He has free time. He has location freedom. He can go wherever he wants, and he can move to a whole different place and start a whole new life. Be a completely different individual. People will know him for who he is now in this point. And all that can be done in a matter of days, weeks, maybe. Even getting a new place. You want to get a nice skyrise apartment, or get a nice little house, or whatever the case is. All you gotta do is buy it. When you have the money and the freedom to do these things, it's nothing. And if you ever feel like, oh, here's the thing. I think a lot of these guys just have a big problem with being lonely. And if you ever decide at some point you bitch out, the bitching, you just starts to get overwhelming. Nigga, you can change it up at any moment. You are a catch. Any woman would be lucky to have you at that point because you've had your head down. You've been putting in the work. Life can change in a second. Hey, so this is a message to all you guys: is keep your head down. And I understand people are going to look at you and they're going to say like, oh, he's being selfish, or oh, why doesn't he have kids or a girlfriend or whatever the case is, bro. Like, you can get all that shit whenever you want. Whenever you want. But your youth, the energy you have now, the time you're able to put into building you up, the time that you're able to be 100% selfish because you don't have kids, you don't have a wife, like that time is limited. That is a hot commodity, and it will not last forever. So at some point you have to decide that this is what I'm going to focus on. And then at any moment, 35, 45, 50, fucking 27, it doesn't matter. Like, let's say you're 27, you meet the fucking love of your life and you decide, you know what, this is the girl. I'm kind of good where I'm at. Like, I don't like the way that sounds, but if that's you, you can do that. Like, and I want to calm down. I'll start working a little bit less. I'll make a little bit less money, but like I'm already established. All right, I'm going to end this video here. If you want to speak to me one-to-one, link in the description. If this video gets 87,227 likes, I will invent time travel. That's a promise. Deuces.